Welcome to Ball State Sports LinkedIn. This is your weekend wrap-up.
In honor of the Think Pink weekend, Ball State's field hockey team sported pink jerseys for their Friday game against the Redhawks of Miami. But the Cardinals could only muster one goal and took the loss by a score of 3-1. The field hockey team had to quickly bounce back for their second home game against Missouri State on Saturday. For the first half of play, the Cardinals struggled against the Bears. Down 3-0 in the second half, Ball State put on a show and began to rally. 3 straight goals tied up the match before Caitlin Mitchell's second goal of the game won it for the Cardinals. Ball State returns to action at home this weekend with games against Ohio and Kent State. Women's golf traveled to Penn State over the weekend for the annual Nittany Lion Invitational. The team put together a combined score of 936 strokes led by hotshot Rachel Pruitt, but they finished 7th overall against 16 other teams. Roland College was the overall winner of the event with a final score of 909. Ball State will next head to Fishers for the Mid-American Conference Tournament preview on October 12th and 13th. Women's soccer remained at home this weekend where they split their 2 conference matchups. On Friday, Ball State beat Bowling Green 1-0 in what proved to be a defensive battle. Jackie F. scored the game's only goal, but it was a defensive team effort that led to the Ball State victory. The weekend doubleheader took a sour turn on Sunday, though, when the Cardinals lost a heartbreaker to the defending MAC champions, the Toledo Rockets. For the majority of the game, Ball State held the lead and were up by as many as 3. But just before the half, Toledo began their comeback effort with a momentum-swinging goal. The Rockets continued their assault throughout the second half and effectively shut down the once-hot Ball State offense. Tied at 3, the game seemed it was headed to overtime when Toledo's Molly Cornwell hit a dagger with just 1 second left on the clock. Women's soccer will look to bounce back this weekend with games against Central and Eastern Michigan. The women's cross-country team summed up a weekend of competition with a 13th place finish at the Notre Dame Invitational. The Cards' Allie Bishel turned in a 3rd place individual finish with a time of 17 minutes 44 seconds. She was followed by teammates Sarah Cahey and Christine Talhelm. Ball State's women's volleyball team hit the road traveling to both Central and Eastern Michigan this past weekend. Friday's game at Central was the team's first 5-set match of the season, but it ended with the conference loss to the Chippewas. The Cardinals would then lose on Sunday to Eastern Michigan in 4 sets. Alicia Green led the Cardinal attack with 35 kills on the weekend. Ball State football remains winless this season with a heartbreaking loss to the Toledo Rockets at Saturday's homecoming game. After a back-and-forth game through 3 quarters, Toledo broke the tie with a touchdown pass, leaving less than 4 minutes in the game. Kelly Page led the offense on a 10-play, 66-yard drive that ended with a 10-yard touchdown pass to Toriel Gibson. In a bold move, Coach Stan Parrish called for a 2-point conversion that McQuail Lewis was able to run in, making the score 30-29 with under a minute left. But 15 seconds later, Toledo's Aaron Opelt once again stunned the Ball State secondary and threw his 5th touchdown of the game to wide receiver Stephen Williams, ensuring the Rockets' victory. Here is head coach Stan Parrish with his thoughts on the game.
When you don't close and you got a chance to win and beat a really good football team too. The rest of it in the big picture doesn't matter. In the little picture, it matters a lot.
Be sure to check back this Thursday for the weekend preview of Ball State Athletics. For everybody here at SportsLink, I'm Greg Liebbe.